Why do most retirees not have $1 million when they retire? There's two key reasons we're going to look at in this video. But let me first show you this right here. From Yahoo Finance a couple of years ago, they said at the end of 2023, the average American retiree had about 170,000 saved up, which was significantly lower than the recommended 555,000, which only 12% of people had that amount. And they said a small fraction of retirees, somewhere between 8 and 10%, have successfully saved $1 million. This figure highlights the substantial challenges many face in reaching such a lofty savings goal, with the majority of retirees falling well short of this mark. I think there's two principal reasons. What we do on this channel is we make investing simple because it's been made way too complicated. We simply use this first piece of advice. Put your money in an S&P 500 index fund. It's the best option for most investors, according to Warren Buffett. Over the long run, the S&P 500 beats most managed funds. And here's the key. Get in as much money as you can as early as you can. If you don't touch the money after 35 years, you will be a millionaire. Get started early. The numbers are simply staggering, and we're going to show you that with some spreadsheets that we've created. It really is that simple. Again, what we do on this channel is use the returns for the S&P 500 for the last 100 years, and we simply project ahead what some returns might do for you in the future, even take into account a bad decade like the Depression-type years. So here's one of the spreadsheets that we do use. Let's just take somebody that saves $350 a month, which is 7% of somebody making $60,000 a year. So if you could save 7% of your income, you're making this, save $350 a month, look where you'd be 35 years from now, given the simple returns from the S&P 500. These are the different amounts you would have depending on which returns you use. Right now we have 1939 returns showing right down through here. But again, if you look down through here, the worst case scenario you're going to see for a 35-year period, you'd have $1,015,000 saved up in retirement savings. Do people know these type of numbers? The median is going to be 1.402. This is the actual breakdown. 100% of the time, you'd have over half a million saved up. And let's see here. 100% of the time, color-coded in blue, right down through here, you're going to see you have at least $1 million. And 44% of the time, color-coded in gold, you have 1.5 million. Now, somebody might say, well, I can't save that kind of money. Folks, it gets even better. What happens if you would just save $250 a month and increase that by 3% a year, kind of what maybe with inflation? We're not talking about 350 anymore. We're talking about 250. It'd be 5% of somebody making $60,000 a year, and just increase that for the next 30, 35 years. Look at these numbers now. Let me run them for you. Here are the new numbers for a 35-year period. Worst case scenario, you have just short of $1 million. That's the worst case scenario. 89% of the time color-coded in blue, you can have over $1 million. 41% of the time color-coded in gold, you're going to have $1.5 million. Again, if people only knew just saving a small percentage, but getting it in there early and getting it in there for 35, 40, and 45 years, look at how much gold you see here. 41% of the time, you're over 1.5 million at 35 years. If you could actually get started maybe at age 25, you're out of college, you can save $250 a month. Look how many times you'd get to $1 million, half a million, $1 million, and 1.5 million. 100% of the time, you'd have over $1 million over a 40-year period, and you get started even younger, you got even better numbers. Again, this row right here is the worst case scenario. It doesn't take that long if you get it. It doesn't take that much if you get it in there for 35, 40, and 45-year periods. Let me show you one other thing. So those of you that maybe are 35 years old and don't have quite these periods of time, what happens if you have 30 years? Let me show you one more situation here. You take somebody that's maybe 30 years old, 35 years old, that only has maybe 30 years till they retire. They don't have these kind of time periods, but they've already been able to save up $35,000. They can do the same $250 a month, increase that by 3% a year. Look where they'd be, a 35-year-old in 30 years. They would have, in the worst case scenario, $1 million. Again, here's the color coding going down through with a 30-year column. 100% of the time you have a 500,000. 100% of the time you have a million. Why? Because the worst case scenario you have 1,061,000. But 51% of the time, color coded in gold going down through, you're going to have $1.5 million. The key is get it in there early, even if it's not. You may not think it's very much. Get in there early and look at these time periods you can have. And again, we're looking at somebody that maybe already has some saved up. But that's what we do on this channel. We just love running numbers for people. We love following this advice. Put it in the S&P 500 and don't touch the money. And after 30, 35, 40 years, you're going to be a millionaire. The compounding effect of compound interest just goes crazy if you're going to be in it for the longer term. Folks, it really is that simple. Put it in an index fund for a long period of time, and you will end up a millionaire. That's what we do on this channel. Please consider subscribing. We set up all kinds of different spreadsheets to run them for you, to show you your numbers. Please share this with others and like the video. And please comment how I can improve these videos, show you maybe different spreadsheets, what I can do with them. But I just want people to know it doesn't take that much if you get started early. Thanks for watching.